After yesterday's failed hunt, Josh plans to find a grazing area and wait for deer.
There's some really good fresh footprints down here. That's real fresh. There's been a couple of fairly large animals move through here in the last probably 3 or 4 hours. We're just going to sit here and stake this out for a little while.
To stake out deer, Josh needs total stillness. With 310-degree vision, deer detect even slight movement much better than humans.
I've been hard chewing on little bits of grass. There's quite a bit of nutrients to be gained from grass roots. Been eating this crap all day. Stay there.
A fresh storm will drive deer undercover, far from this grazing site.
It's not going to plan at the moment, so it's a bit pointless trying to hunt in the rain. This is a bit stink. It's been extremely challenging because there's so much grass growing everywhere and the animals aren't going to a particular food source. They're just wandering all over the forest really. They're not really taking any trail here or there, so I can't ambush them. I've just got to walk around till I see one, then try and stalk in on them. To give you an idea of the task at hand, I've got to find an animal somewhere out in that stuff there. So it's almost like Mission Impossible, trying to find that needle in a haystack. Let's get this on.
It's been 9 hours since Josh left camp. With no idea if he will return today, Matt is searching for his own food.
Look at this. Pretty sure these are quail eggs, and this is a quail's nest. Amazing. But I recognise the shell. I don't want to completely plunder the nest, because there'll be a little quail very upset somewhere, so I'm just going to take 4, 5, maybe 6. So I can put together something to eat. Mushrooms and eggs. And it's beautiful. It's a lovely combination. It's such an easy thing to cook scrambled eggs, but it's also a really easy thing to overcook. Just because we're out in the wilds, it's no excuse to cook bad eggs. This really is bloody delicious.
Scrambled quail eggs and mushrooms give Matt a vital source of energy.
Sounds like a dog, but that's actually a deer. Barking his off. Yeah, there we go, perfect. But down the far end. So I don't think it's seen us. You know what? I reckon I'm gonna do it.
The deer is 1 kilometer away across the rocky terrain. To get close enough to strike, Josh must move slowly and stay downwind.
Extremely challenging to hunt the deer. Yeah, they've got extremely good smell, very good hearing. Damn, it's gone.
After stalking the deer for 45 minutes, Josh loses sight of his prey.
It's just the way hunting goes sometimes.
I'm hoping that there's going to be a whole world of protein delivered into the camp later on today. So it'd be just nice to put something else with it. This looks like grass. These are in fact wild onions. Wow. That's brilliant. This really is a kind of forager's paradise because you can just literally trip over things. thyme here. This is beautiful. Really, really pungent. Oh. And there's another one. And this is something called burdock. Bit of a sort of forgotten vegetable, but it's a fantastic source of starch, carbohydrates. That's great. Look forward to trying that.
Come across some bear here. You can actually, if you were hungry enough, you could pick the seeds and whatnot out of his dung, but give me another 6 months up here, I might crack into it, but not that hungry yet. I'm sick of bloody walking around here.
Over the course of a long day, Josh has hiked 9 kilometers from camp.
Pretty disappointed. I'm really hungry. I'm getting cold now. Probably because I haven't had what to eat all day. Except grass. What I'm going to do is just anchor down. We're approaching that magic hour, which is the last hour before sunset. So if anything's going to walk out, it's going to walk out in the next hour. I bloody hope so.
In early evening, deer and chamois break cover to graze. It's Josh's last chance for the day.
I've been sitting up here for an hour now, and the clouds just rolled in. It's amazing how fast it's coming. It's filling up the whole valley. Pretty much screws us for hunting tonight.
With no time to get back before nightfall, Josh has to sleep out.
I'm just going to go down and find one of these really big trees on the leeward side of the hill, so I've got some shelter. Light a fire.
At this altitude, it'll be close to freezing soon after sunset. Lack of food and exhaustion could quickly lead to hypothermia. Josh needs a fire that will last the night.
What I'm doing, I'm just trimming this to make it semi-flat so it's going to rest on top of the other log.
Josh is building a long log fire. This fire sits between 2 thick logs. Once the inner edges of the logs catch fire, cold air is drawn in a constant flow, which should keep it burning all night.
I've got my thickest log on the bottom. That's where I'm going to light my fire on top of. Once that fire's going and I've got a bit of a coal base here, I'll put the top log on top and that should burn all night. I've just got to go get some dry bits of wood for kindling. Preparation is pretty key. You need to have enough dry wood. And then I have my birch bark. So on the outside of the birch bark, I'm just going to scour it with my knife. And as I'm tearing the strips off, it's also creating a really fine powder under there. And it's going to spark really easily. Not exactly bursting into flames, is it? There we go. Alright, I'll keep the big knife handy because there are bears out here. So pretty hard to be in good spirits right now. Miss my family, miss the kids, even miss the old lady. I've been up in the hills for too long.